say it's about 100 meters high. And the plane altitude is about 300 in general. If
The what?
the plane altitude, the altitude of plane height to fly.
Oh, the plane altitude.
So the building government, you have to lesser than the 300 meters. Okay. So first, the topo.
So 300 meters means how many floors?
1,000 feet.
How many floors?
Sorry, actually 100 is about 200 meters. 200 meters, 3 meters each, then you get about 70 stories.
How come the KLCC is not free?
Because of height.
I don't understand. I still don't understand this. I still don't understand. That's why you said the plane altitude 300, but you said that 200.
You have to, based on the topography. So, okay, I will more elaborate on what's the meaning of topo. Topo is a map that is actually given with the platform levels of all the storage area. Say this is a platform of 30s, this could be platform of 40s.
40 meters.
40 ODL. So this could be a PL 140 meter ODL. ODL is the Ordnance Datum levels. This is referring to the British datum levels. There's a place called Ordnance. So it's a topo. It's more complicated.
Not sea level, yeah? Oh, what level?
ODL.
What does that stand for?
ODL is Ordnance Datum levels.
Ordnance data level.
Yeah, Ordnance in the UK. Sea level is something, is a high and low. So that we cannot depend on sea level to measure the height.
Oh, okay.
So ODI is it's a very stable platform that just for the whole world. So from here we can see topo will govern the first factor for the buildings.
Right.
So that's why when KLCC may be here, no? KLCC could be 30. 30. Okay, then I give you a very high towers. Okay. Okay? Does everyone understand until this point?
Yeah. So what's the first point, sir?
Topography.
It's governed by the topography.
The first point is covered by the topo. So the second point, remember last time when we were talking about the Twin Towers. These Twin Towers is actually a wonder because most of the high-rise, the skyscraper in the world, they will use the steel structures. The steel structure is actually very flexible and the compressive strength is very high. But concrete, they have a limit. This concrete is actually mixed with cement. So cement, batu kapur, cement. So this cement, we have a concrete grade itself. So second factor is governed by the grade of concrete.
Right.
Grade of concrete. The maximum grade is about 70 MPa, the kilopascal of the pressures to the concrete. So that's why you need a compression strength, the compression test to test it whether the fail at what level, in which level. So the lowest concrete is actually the bottom, right? So when you build a building, you have to calculate the total loadings of the full buildings. Make sure the concrete is not crushed. So we send the lab to the UK lab because this is a very unique structure, Twin Towers. They're only using the concrete to build. So they send the lab to about 100, I think it's 100, more than 100 MPa. So eventually we have our own formulas and we create our own of the concrete mixtures and we managed to create the concrete. And we use it to construct the building. So why concrete was used in the first place in the KLCC, Twin Tower KLCC? Why use it? Why not we use steel? Because in Malaysia, we have a lot of those cement. We can get in Ipoh.
Not cement. We have limestone.
So again, the dollar makes govern as compared to steel. You can buy a cheaper steel in China or in US, but not in Malaysia. So that's why we use the concrete as the main component to build the structures.
Right.
This is a grade of concrete.
So the better the grade, the higher, the better the grade,
Better the grade,
the higher the
strength is.
building,
The higher the strength is.
and the higher the tower.
Exactly, the higher the tower.
Okay. The next consideration.
See, this is the grade of the concrete and the height of the topography.
Okay.
So the third considerations of the building height that govern always back to the designers. When they design the height of buildings, say the buildings is actually seated on the ground. So on Malaysia is very complicated. We have mixture of different soil conditions, varies from the KL Kuala Lumpur to the Klang Valley. This in KL, there's a lot of Canny Hill formations. Canny Hill formation is actually a granite, limestone, a cavity limestone. So that is in KL Kuala Lumpur. So what happened is actually going to the Klang Valley. Here is to say it's a Klang. Okay? Klang, the level is about 3. Here's 30. Here's 100. Okay? What happened in Klang? Klang is 3. So always water mean sea level is about 2 plus. 2 plus. Sea level, high tide, low tide. So always heard the story that when high tide, Klang always flooded. It is always fall into 15 or 1st of the lunar month. The Chinese lunar month. Okay? So that is actually why the soil is so bad here. Because all is water. Second point, here's a lot of clay. You see, this is the Canny Hill formations.
Granite.
It's a granite. This is a granite. It's a stone. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. And here's clay. Clay is a very high compressible layer. You know, SK2? SK2 is for ladies to actually for facial. So it's something like that. The clay is actually a very white and like a plasticine. So it is not surprised when during constructions you move in the vehicles in the excavator, it can sunken look. Then after incident, the second excavator when it comes to save the first excavator, the sunken excavator, they sunk together. So I don't know, okay, it's okay, it's just like that. Until they don't know it's sunk in which level now. Sometimes we do excavation at this level, excavation of the pipes. First day the connector lay the pipe, and the second day come back and check where the line is. After that, excavate, cannot get it. Where the line is, disappear. Okay, sometimes when you do a piling here, you know piling, the foundations. Every building they have a foundations. So some sort of foundation is called piling. Piling is a street. Okay? So you plant the pilings to the ground. When you plant it in, the part can move.
Oh,
It can move.
is it?
So I've experienced some of the project in Klang. The people were saying, like you say, the haunted just now, Captain.
Yeah. The pillars move, eh?
Correct. The pillars move, the towers move. So the connector asked me, hey Lee, why you can't decide this is a haunted place? Because the tower moves itself. Because it's a clay.
Soil movement.
Very, very soft clay. Marine, we call it a marine soft clay. So this kind of clay is actually some similar with the UK clay, the England clay. So you can see in Malaysia, just a short distance, about 40-50 kilometers, KL to the Klang, there is a various of the soil stratas. Okay. So again, this is the ground factor of formations. In Klang, the council, actually the city, Dr. Siti Maria also write a paper to the council saying that in Klang it's not advisable to build any high-rise. That she said, I will table it into the parliament. Okay. So always soil that support the upper structures of building, it will justify the load of the building and determine whether the site, how high the building can go through. If the double story, it is alright because of very light.
The harder the
superstructure is high scrappers, say about 118 units, 118 stories. It's impossible. And also back to the cost. Very costly. Okay, thank you so much.
So let me repeat. So let me repeat. So let me repeat.
Thank you.
No. So let me
Okay,
repeat.
Okay, let me repeat again.
The three factors.
I'll summarize the whole things of today. The three factors govern for the height of building is actually governed by
Number one.
the first.
Follow me. Number one.
The topography.
Number two.
The number two is a grade of concrete.
And number three.
Number three is a foundation type to be used that governed by the soil conditions. Okay, thank you.
Therefore.
Okay, and therefore.
What do you want? How do you want us to use this information?
Okay, and therefore, as a designer, they have to choose these important criteria for their own design, and always back to dollar and cents. And make sure, as a buyer, or as a buyer or purchaser, make sure you buy the buildings. It is actually worth for your dollar. Don't spend